Here we are at Elkhorn High School. It's the Millard South Patriots going up against Elkhorn South today. Both teams 1-0, coming off with Week 1 wins. Joey Kirkle alongside Nate Cronin. Nate, how are you?
I'm doing just fine, Joey. How are you?
Doing great. So right now they're doing the player intros for Elkhorn South.
As it is senior night for them here.
That's right. So it's a big game for them. They're looking to come out with a victory. They had a big win. They beat Millard West, who had a fantastic season last year. They beat them 30-28. Had a game-winning field goal at the very end.
We saw a lot of scoring there late in that fourth quarter from both teams, actually.
That's right. Very high-scoring fourth quarter. The Patriots, as we saw, had a 33-0 cakewalk victory against Millard North. Constant production from them all four quarters. So both teams coming off very high notes in their opening games of the season. Looking to keep that going today. So we will be back in about 10 minutes for kickoff. Just introducing it. So we will be right back. So here we are. We're seeing the teams come out for kickoff. The Storm taking the field. Patriots starting to follow. Ready for a great game, excuse me.
Great game.
Great game.
Great teams. How about that, Joe?
There we go. Both teams 1-0 on the season. So the Patriots will be kicking things off. Cole Lamel looking to start it. And so for the Storm, you're looking to get on the board first. It's important against a team like the Patriots with a very strong offensive attack. You're trying to make them chase from behind the majority of the game.
Oh, yeah. If you let the Patriots build up that early lead, 14 points plus, that's going to be hard to slow them down, especially with how explosive their offense is and how good their defense is as well.
And, I mean, even watching the Millard North game, which obviously we know Elkhorn South is a higher caliber team than Millard North, but in the middle to late portion of the second quarter, we knew unless there was a miracle, that game was probably over. Just the Patriots really controlled the pace on both sides of the field from start to finish.
Absolutely, Joey.
So now the teams are ready. Cole Lamel back for the kickoff. Lamel right here with a booming kick back to the end zone. That'll be taken for a touchback. So for Elkhorn South, their offense, they lost some big pieces. They had a quarterback, Elliott Brown, who had 1,322 passing yards, 13 touchdowns. However, he has now graduated, so they're starting with someone else, trying to keep that success going on the passing side. Because that's an advantage they had over the Patriots. Patriots last year averaged 105 yards from passing per game. Elkhorn South averaged 126. So they're looking to get things going. 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. They'll hand that one off. Able to put together about 5 yards right there. Looked like it was going to go down immediately. That's Ben Warren. Able to put together a nice 5-yard gain.
After maybe not breaking, but pushing through about 2 or 3 tackles to pick up some extra yards there.
Yep, looked like he'd probably be going down right about the line of scrimmage. However, put together 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 4, ball at the 26. Looking to put together a nice drive here. Another handoff. That one going to Warren again. Couple of juke moves there, but nowhere to go. Patriots defense shuts him down. Tried to dodge the defenders, but had no success there. So it'll be a 3rd and 4 now. For the Patriots, this is how they started off last game with a 3 and out. They're looking to keep that going here. So Elkhorn South, after 2 straight running plays, here they are on 3rd down. Quarterback keep right there. Looking to advance the ball. Nice move. Gets that one pass for a 1st down. Impressive play there from number 14, Dylan Kraus, the quarterback.
2 very aggressive runs so far for Elkhorn South in terms of fighting through the first tackler and trying to push through more.
Yep. Seen 2 plays already where they've done a great job of evading the defenders. So they move the chains forward. It'll be a 1st down now. Ball at the 32-yard line. Kraus with it. He hands that one off to Warren. Warren able to put together 4 or 5 yards before being taken down by the Patriot defense. And that Patriot defense we saw do a fantastic job last week. Had a 33-0 shutout. They would not give up anything. Millard North wasn't able to really gain any momentum. So ball at the 37-yard line. Hand that one off yet again. Ben Warren gets that one. Looks like just short of the 1st down line. Might have gotten it. Another impressive run. Nothing great, just solid run so far.
5-6 yards every run.
And frankly, his arm... And it looks like he's in pain. Looks like his arm is hurt. So that could be a big loss for him. Ben Warren has had a great start to the season. Had 39 yards against Millard West. Played a huge role. Looks like he hurt his arm. Might have been his shoulder there. Saw him holding it. Ended up going down as he tried to jog onto the sideline. So they'll take a look at him.
We saw him run right off the field after that tackle, too.
So he'll be coming off. That could be a big loss for the Storm. Hopefully he'll be back soon. We saw for the Patriots, they had a running back of their own, Taquan Johnson, leave the game. He came back a few minutes later, hoping to get the same thing here as he heads to the bench. So they did call that a first down run for Warren, so it'll be ball at the 42, 9:45 here to go in your first quarter. Quarterback Dylan Krause now without his star running back for a little bit, trying to keep this successful drive going. Had some movement on the line there. Flag thrown. Looks like that might have been an offsides call on the Patriots.
I mean, this is the same thing we saw for the first game for the Patriots. Early in the game, the discipline just wasn't there.
Yep. We saw them have actually 2 offsides in a row.
Yeah.
They get one here, so now it'll be 1st and 5 for the Storm. And that was one of the biggest issues for the Patriots. A lot of penalties. They had 11 penalties for a combined 84 yards given up in their first game. And that's something you just can't be having. You know, that's something that Coach Means likely prioritized this week in practice, trying to limit that as much as possible. Handoff right there to number 5, able to put together a few yards, gets that ball to maybe the 48-yard line. That was Cole Ballard with the run. Cole Ballard, a sophomore for the Storm, with their lead running back out, could see a big role today. And in their game versus Millard West, he had 6 rushes for 16 yards, but one of those was a touchdown in a game where they only won by 2. Ended up being a huge touchdown there. Krause looking to get something going. Evades the defender. Makes that throw. However, that one will go incomplete. So we'll see a 2nd and 10. Antrell Taylor right there on defense.
About as well as he could have placed that ball without it getting picked off. Gave his receiver a perfect chance there.
Yep, you got to wonder the pass decision right there if that was the right move, though, because Antrell Taylor was right in front of him.
Yeah.
Definitely could have an opportunity at an interception right there. Number 13, Zach Michener, was the intended receiver on that play. So it'll be 2nd and 10, 8:48 to go in the first quarter. Krause will hand that one off.
Stuffed right at the
However, nowhere to go. Ball is loose, picked up by the Patriots. We'll see if they call them down, and they will call that one Patriot ball. So that could be a huge momentum shift right there. That was number 5, Cole Ballard with it. Could not hold on to the ball, so Millard South now in possession. Ball at right about the 45.
That was very needed for the Patriots there. It looked like they had no answer for the running attack at that point.
Yeah,
that point.
We saw last game they locked down. Their only turnover they forced was an interception from Gage Stanger later in that game. Here they are on the first defensive drive, forcing a fumble. So now TJ Urban in the offense coming out for the first time, looking to get some points on the board and take an early lead. And we know in week 1 they came down on the first drive, put together a really strong drive, had a great play to Antrell Taylor for a big gain. However, they weren't able to score a touchdown. They had to settle with a field goal. As they'll get that one to Gage Stanger. Stanger, however, nowhere to go, taken down right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain there from Stanger. Last week we saw Gage Stanger. Like I mentioned, he had that interception on the receiving end. He had 2 receptions for 36 yards. So overall, good performance. So the Patriots now seeing a 2nd and 8. Urban with it will hand that one off to Taquan Johnson. Johnson gets a gain of about 3 or 4 right there. So we'll see a 3rd and 4 for the Patriots. Taquan Johnson coming off a fantastic game. Had 2 touchdowns.
And last game, this is where the Patriots excelled on these 3rd down conversions. They were able to keep the chains moving, keep the ball rolling throughout that entire game.
They were 5 for 11 on 3rd down conversions. However, a lot of the ones they weren't able to get came late when it wasn't as big of a deal. Early on, they were very efficient in these situations, so it'll be called 3rd and 3. Urban will stick with that. Nowhere to go. Nice juke move, however, nowhere to go. Taken down about right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be a 4th down for the Patriots.
They were ready for the keeper there.
Yep. So the Patriots are trying to get some momentum going, get on the board first. However, a 3 and out for him brings Cole Lamel back out to punt it. Cole Lamel only had to punt 3 times last game, 2 of those coming late. So it's not what they want to see on their first drive. Lamel had an average punt distance of 34.3 yards. Here he is with a booming kick. Fair catch is caught at about the 14-yard line. So not great starting field position for the Storm. However, we saw last drive they did a very good job right out of the gate with those strong running attempts. They're looking to keep that going. I will say, in a game with no student sections allowed, this Elkhorn South crowd's getting pretty rowdy. The parents are really picking up the slack here.
That's what needs to happen. These players, especially on Friday nights, everybody's used to the electrifying crowd behind their backs.
Yeah, the atmosphere is always amazing. You're the home team, and you really feel like it because everyone's cheering you on. They'll hand that one off on the first play to number 5, however, gets maybe a yard on that run. That was Cole Ballard. We saw Ballard in his last rushing attempt had that fumble, which the Patriots recovered. Saw Lance Rucker there with the tackle. Lance Rucker was second on the team in total tackles. He had 8 last week, the game against Millard North. So 2nd and 9 here, ball at the 15-yard line, 6:10 remaining in the first quarter. He'll stick with that one. However, the defense swarming him, able to evade a couple defenders, airs that one out. And that one might have been caught. They will call that one incomplete, however. Zach Mischener was again the intended receiver on both of his passing attempts. And that was actually number 19, Will Scratus, at quarterback now. So they've already made a switch. Looks like Dylan Kraus and Will Scratus kind of share that quarterback position. Like I had mentioned, they lost Elliott Brown, who was their full-time starting quarterback last year, so they're kind of testing guys out early in the season. Scratus was the main man last week. He had 121 passing yards, 1 touchdown. And he's looking to see them success here. 3rd and 9, so a rough position right now for the Storm. Scratus with it. He's going to hand that one off. Gets a gain of about 3 or 4. But not enough, so it'll be a 3 and out, which we're seeing a lot early in this game. Patriots just had one. Here's the Storm with one of their own. So the special teams unit coming out.
Hopefully this is a classic defensive battle here tonight, Joey. So far, so good.
Yep, both teams coming off high-scoring games. Maybe a little change of pace here.
Yeah.
So Antrell Taylor and Tay Johnson back for the return.
Which means special teams and the control of the line is going to be probably the most important part.
As that one was nearly blocked by Tate Heinrichs.
No flag, though.
One's caught by Antrell Taylor, who will get a nice gain there. Looked like he didn't have anywhere to go. However, gets that one to about the 47-yard line. Fans unhappy that there was no roughing the punter or roughing the kicker call right there. Saw Heinrichs, after nearly getting that punt, did collide with the punter.
He's about one step away from giving the Patriots even better field position right there.
That's right.
With inside the 5 with the block right there.
So it'll be ball at the 43. That's where the Patriots will start. And we have a first timeout of the game called. So with 5:13 remaining, still scoreless game. Patriots will start at the 43-yard line. We will be right back. We are back after that timeout. 1st and 10, ball at the 43 for TJ Urbon and the Patriot offense. First play, we'll hand that off to Tay Johnson. Johnson, nice job evading defenders, breaks a tackle, gets a gain of about 9 right there, brings that ball to the 33-yard line. Tay Johnson coming off a great week in which he had 72 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Had an additional 26 receiving yards. So here the Patriots are with 2nd and 1. And after that punt, given great field position here. Looking to get on the board first. Over halfway through the first quarter. And he will hold on to that one. TJ Erebon getting the first down, bringing that ball to about the 28-yard line.
Real good patience there. Made the defense commit to the running back and then pulled it and went for it.
And so last year, TJ Erebon was known as a running quarterback. That was his main game. It seemed like more often than not, he was running the ball. Last game, he still had a big role in running the ball. He still had 64 rushing yards, which is obviously something great.
You're right.
But it seemed like he wasn't prioritizing that as much. He was switching it off, a very even offensive approach, which I like to see. That was his first rushing attempt of the day. And he'll go for the throw right there. That one is caught, taken for a few yards, that one to Gage Stanger. This is what the Patriots are looking for, just a clean, solid drive right here. They don't need any huge gains. They're just looking to get some momentum going, get their offense rolling.
Worst case scenario, get it into field goal range and hopefully knock one down. But it'd be a bummer if they couldn't score on this drive, especially with the great field position they had.
That's right. However, they're looking in great position to at least get 3 points on the board. We know Cole Lamel, a very reliable kicker, only had 3 field goals last year with the Patriots' great offense. Made all 3, and last game he took his first of the season and made that one as a 27-yarder. Handoff right there to Johnson, who was immediately stopped. Swallowed up right there by the Storm defense. And that's going to be important for them. They're going to need to make sure they can lock down that running approach from the Patriots. We saw that was their that's how they started the game very well. Yeah. They had those runs to Johnson that really got big yardage. They had even a 40-yard run early in the game. And then they were able to kind of distribute that into some passing attempts because they were expecting the run. Yeah,
you got to be careful against the Patriots. If they get into that secondary, it's almost goodbye because just the amount of speed from this entire team.
Handoff to Johnson, however, nowhere to go. Gets a gain of 1 or 2. Be short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 3, ball at the 22-yard line. And so they will send out Cole Lamel for the field goal. Like I had mentioned, had a perfect 3 for 3 last year. Made 1 field goal last week. Be big for the Patriots right now in sort of a defensive battle to get on the board first. Lamel's kick is up. And that one is no good. Looks like that one was wide right. Yep. Soaring kick is no good for Cole Lamel. So with 2:17 remaining in the first quarter, we are still scoreless. So the Storm offense will come back out. Given poor field position, kind of how they started last drive. This one will be a little better. Last drive they started at the 15, this time at the 23-yard line. So we've seen really good glimpses from the Storm offense. They just haven't had the consistency to form a very solid drive. It seemed like they could have done it in their first offensive drive, however, that ended in a fumble from Cole Ballard, excuse me. First time we got movement on the line. It looked like that one might have been on the defense. However, I'm incorrect. That'll be a false start on Elkhorn South. So the ball moving back to the 15-yard line. So both teams early on with 1 penalty. Offsides for the Patriots. Now a false start for the Storm.
And that's a lot tougher, especially with the field position they have already. You got to get 15 yards close to your own end zone. That's a little scary here.
Against a very talented defense like the Patriots.
Yeah.
Screen pass right here to number 1. However, he bobbles that one. That one is incomplete. Trevor Winterstein was the intended receiver, the senior for the Storm. Last season, he had 170 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. And on defense, he had 3 interceptions. So he plays a big role in this team. However, wasn't to get anything going right there.
Took his eyes off the ball too quick, trying to make the move.
You see that very often. They're so focused about what they're going to do next, they lose track of the ball. So he's squaring back, looking for a throw, finds a receiver. Able to get that one to about the 19, maybe the 20-yard line. So we'll see about a 3rd and 10 here for the Storm.
Yeah, they gotta open up here. Take a safe chance. That's what I'd say. Try and get the first down, but don't force anything, because if you throw an interception down here, so it'll be tough to recover.
So ball at the 20-yard line now. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter. Squaring back, looking for a receiver. However, the defense is right there to send him down. The Patriots' first sack of the game. So we'll see a 4th and long as the punting team comes out for Elkhorn South. This defensive line for the Patriots we knew was very strong, and here they are for the first time. Great job right there. That was Nolan Olafson, the all-state lineman from Burke who transferred. There's his first big play for the Patriots. So ball back at the 13-yard line for 4th and 17. Send that one. Caught at about the 42-yard line for Tay Johnson. Nice juke moves there. Gets that one to about the 26. Solid return there. So the Patriots, an amazing field position right here with just under a minute to go in the first quarter. Big opportunity to get some points on the board. Patriots offense quickly discussing. So Millard South offense starting things off in this drive. They've been unsuccessful so far. Screen pass there to Antrell Taylor. Able to stay up after a defender tries to get him, however, can only get back to the line of scrimmage. We do see a flag being thrown, however. We'll see what the call is right here. Referee is quickly discussing that call. I don't know about you. Not sure what that call was. Yeah. However, it was on the Storm, so the Patriots in even better field position.
1st and 5 now.
Urban keeping that one. In a very successful run, gets through, gets tackled to about the 7-yard line. It seems like TJ Urban, some of his best runs are the simple, straight up the middle rushes right there. That one very successful. So a great attempt here for the Patriots. Just over 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ball at the 6, 1st and goal.
Again, made the defense bite. Went where he needed to go. Push it hard.
So here's Urban trying to lead the Patriots to the first score of the game. 5 seconds to go. Final play of the first quarter is a handoff to Tay Johnson. However, he is stopped at about the 5-yard line. So that'll do it for the first quarter. Both teams had some decent drives, weren't able to get anything going. So we are scoreless at the end of the first, but the Patriots will start off in great field position with a big opportunity to get on the board. We will be right back for the start of the second quarter. Back for quarter number 2. It'll start off second and goal for Millard South. Ball at the 6-yard line. First quarter ended with that run to Tay Johnson. He got stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. Some adjustments for the Patriots. As Urban will hold on to that one, looking to get another successful run. Only able to get about 1 yard. It'll be third and goal, ball at the 4 for the Patriots.
Makes a good cut, but nowhere to go there. Storm defense all over him.
Yep, so big third and goal here as the Patriots obviously would be happy with 3 points, but they'd be a whole lot happier if they could get a whole 7 on the board.
Especially with the great field position they started in. Last 3 drives, Patriots have had just some pretty good field position, just nothing on the scoreboard to count for it.
Yep, Urban rolling around looking for a receiver. Can't find anyone. Gets that throw off the last second. And he's saying he caught it. However, the referee disagrees. That'll be called incomplete. That one was an awfully close call right there. Tate Heinrichs was the intended receiver. And that was an awfully close call. I could really see a case for either.
Yeah, from my perspective, it looks like he may have been able to catch that one, but
because you could see the 2 feet, but did he have possession of the ball is the question. So the Patriots had first and goal, ball at the 6, weren't able to get anywhere, so it's fourth and goal, ball at the 4. Cole Lamel with the second field goal attempt, this one a lot easier. As that one is up, and this one is good, so the Patriots finally get on the board. 3-0 lead for Millard South, 11:18 to go in quarter number 2. We will be right back. All right, so after the Cole Lamel field goal, he is back on the field to kick it off for Millard South. As the Storm are needing a successful drive. Their only good-looking drive was that first one, which ended in a fumble, where they could not retain possession. The Patriots picked that one up. So a nice kick from Lamel, caught in the end zone, and he will just take that one. So they will start with the ball at the 20-yard line.
And if you remember, Elkhorn South's starting running back went down with an injury in that first drive as well.
So Cole Ballard, sophomore, now the leading back. So number 19, Will Scratus, back out at quarterback. So we saw Dylan Krause start off that first drive, but since then it's been Will Scratus. So I don't know if maybe they wanted to try seeing if it would work, putting Krause in, if the matchup worked. And Scratus will try and hold on to that one. He's scrambling, looking for a receiver. However, that one thrown out of bounds. Michael Harding batted that one out. Tried to get the catch in bounds. So 2nd and 10 now.
Able to get his fingertips on that one.
I'll tell you what, against Millard North, Patriots defensive line did not have a sack. They already have one today, and they've done a great job at pressuring the QB. We know the Patriot line on both sides of the field has been spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Do a great job of pressuring the quarterback on defense. On offense, TJ Urban has yet to get sacked. So here's Will Scratus working with the 2nd and 10. He will hand that one off. Solid gain there. Gets 4, maybe 5 yards there for Cole Ballard.
Solid run after solid run so far.
Yep. They've tried the pass game, but they have not seen success from there yet. Only success has come from that run game, so they'll be working with a 3rd and 5, ball at the 25. And we got movement on the line. We'll see who that's on. Both teams have had one call on them. And that will be another false start call on the Storm. So a doable 3rd and 5 just got a lot more difficult. It'll be 3rd and 10, ball back at the 20-yard line.
And that's already their 3rd pre-snap penalty of the game.
Yep, seen that discipline issue that we kind of saw from the Patriots last game. They've improved that. Only one offsides call for Millard South so far. So Stratus in a tricky situation here. Looking to keep this drive going for the Storm. And that throw will be caught for a short gain. Working with that. Might have gotten that ball over for the first down. That throw to Cole Ballard.
What a great catch and run
Gets that
there.
one over. Yeah, did a great job dodging the defender as he was going down. Did a great job moving that ball over. And at the start of the play, we kind of heard some fans complaining about a possible offsides call. We saw that was Nolan Olafson. Honestly, might have been an offsides. It was close. He was pressuring that line. However, for Elkhorn South, you're happy you didn't get the call there as they were able to get a 10-yard gain for the first down. So it'll be ball at the 31. Just under 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. They'll hand that one off right back. However, nowhere to go. Patriots defense sends him down in the backfield. So Cole Ballard unable to keep his success going.
Great defensive surge there finally.
Mm-hmm. And so far, it seems like all they can do is get that run game going for the Storm. So if the Patriots are able to shut that down or even limit it, you got to wonder how Elkhorn South will operate. And he'll hand that one off to Ballard. Ballard gets a few on that play. So we'll see a 3rd and 5 here. So Ballard, who started the game as the backup, getting a lot of looks here after we saw Ben Warren leave the game in just the first drive. So ball placed at the 35-yard line.
Primarily just runs up the middle here for Elkhorn South. Not really left to right movement so far.
Will Stratus pitches that one back. However, stopped a yard, maybe too short. So the offense staying on the field here for a 4th and 1.
Elkhorn South and Millard South bringing the big boys out in the trenches here. Battle over the line of scrimmage right now.
It's going to be tough. It'll probably be a very simple run play. Try and just rush it right up the middle and against a very tough defensive line. That won't be easy.
Who wants it more?
Hand off to Ballard. He's able to pick up the first down. So Elkhorn South, after a couple 3rd downs, they're continuing this drive, slowly advancing the ball. Right now at the 43.
Didn't look too difficult to pick up those few yards right there, Joey.
So for Will Stratus right now, you're working with the most successful drive they've seen since that first one, which ended in a turnover. Trying to take that lead, at least get some points on the board and tie it up. Hand that one off to Ballard.
Fighting.
2 yards. Be a 2nd and 7 here. That's Elkhorn South still trailing 3-0. 7 minutes to go in your second quarter. Hands that one off yet again. And Ballard did a fantastic job advancing that ball. Picks up the first down. What a great job. Looked like that was going to be a gain of about 2 yards. However, able to force together another 4.
Showing great heart from the backup running back right now.
Ballard has been fantastic. Hasn't put together any huge runs, but has just been consistently advancing that ball for Elkhorn South. So now they are in Patriot territory, ball at the 47.
This defensive line needs a big play right now. Swing the momentum back to their side.
Yep. Pitches that one back. And a nice gain right there. Gets that one. Looks like it might have been just shy of the first down. That was number 6, Blake Daly, getting that pitch.
There it is, another solid run.
Yep, so we'll see a 2nd and 1 here as this offense is just nonstop advancing that ball.
They've had one pass this drive, and that was the little dump screen pass, and then everything else has just been straight ahead football.
Yep, I mean, Stratus only has 2 completed passes at 16 yards, and like you said, one of those just a dump pass. As he hands that one off.
Another good run here.
Yep, did a fantastic job working that one to the right side of the field, goes down at about the 25-yard line. So Cole Ballard has been very impressive. He's been getting the most looks for this Storm offense as they are just nonstop. And for Millard South, this is a high-scoring offense. We saw it all last year. They averaged 38.3 points per game. Against Millard North, they had 33. Here they are with just over 5 minutes, only 3 points on the board. So this defense is crucial. They're going to need to be stepping up and allowing the Patriot offense to take their time to try to increase this lead. However, to increase lead, they're going to need to stop Elkhorn South. Another little pitch pass. Advances that ball to the 20-yard line. That's number 1, Trevor Winterstein. So for the first time this game, Elkhorn South is in the red zone. Stratus will hand that one off to Ballard yet again. He picks up a few to advance that ball. Nothing too significant. Be about a 3rd and 3 look for Elkhorn South. So ball at the 17-yard line. It has by far been the best drive so far this game for Elkhorn South.
No doubt about it. It's looking like the Patriots defense has no answers for the strong run game.
They haven't given up any huge plays. No very large gains for Elkhorn South. Just consistency with this run game. As they'll pitch that one back to number 6. Gets that ball to right about the 10. So on 3rd and 2, will pick up the first down. Blake Daly yet again getting that pitch.
It's a combination of the same runs, just running it left to right each time.
Yep.
Defense still no answer.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 11. And with just under 4 minutes to go, depending on how long this drive takes, the Patriots won't have much time to respond before the half ends. Millard South will start with the ball in the second half. Pitches that one back to Daly yet again. Able to fight that one to about the 5-yard line, and it seems like that's where the Storm have seen their most success. A lot of plays where it looks like they're going to get maybe 1-2 yards, but they fought together 5 or 6.
Keeping the legs churning, just outworking the Patriots right now.
Very strong running game here. So the ball will be placed at the 5 as it's 2nd and 4 here.
Backs against the wall. Let's see how the Patriots respond here.
Hands that one off to Ballard. Ballard puts in some nice work. Tackled at about the 3-yard line, though. Patriot D-line did a good job right there responding. Ballard at the run to the left side, but really didn't have much space there. Patriot defense immediately there to combat him.
This is a huge 3rd down here, Joey.
3rd and 3 at the 4. Patriots looking to hold on to the lead. At least make it a tie game. Hand off to Ballard. Fights that one through. See if they call that a touchdown. Went awfully close to the goal line. Looking at this one. And that one.
Maybe they're calling him just about like half a foot short here, Joey.
Saw one ref at the 10-yard line called it a touchdown. The other ones did not agree, so it'll be a 4th down. Ball at the goal line, and they are keeping the offense out. This is what you like to see. So 4th and goal. Ball at the 1. Patriot D-line is going to need to show their best work right here.
And it's going to be hard to stop this offense, though. They're going to probably get 4 attempts at this 1-yard rush here. There it is.
And he will get that one in, so touchdown Storm. After a rough start, couldn't get their offense going. A fantastic drive here as they now claim the lead. First time all season that the Patriots have trailed. And frankly, if you're the Storm, that's a perfect drive. Not only were you consistently gaining yards, improving your field position, you took up a lot of time. The Patriots only have 2 minutes and 7 seconds to try and get some points on the board before halftime.
Over 8 minutes taken off the clock right there.
So PAT here. That kick is up, and it is good from number 4, Carson Crouch, son of Eric Crouch, Heisman winner. Carson Crouch actually had the game-winning field goal against Millard Westwack last week. Here he is with the PAT to increase the lead to 7-3 for Elkhorn South after a fantastic drive. 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We will be right back. After a fantastic drive put together by the Storm, they lead 7-3, 2 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. As number 4, Carson Crouch will kick it off. Patriots looking to respond quickly. That kick from Crouch, a booming one. As that'll sail in the end zone. Patriots will start off at the 20-yard line.
What do you do here, Joey, if you're the Patriots? Do you try and force a touchdown, go down and get some points, or do you play it safe and ride this one into half?
I think you kind of find the middle ground, because for the Patriots, we know TJ Urban, from what we saw last game, he's increased his passing game,
right?
But you still don't think it's something they can really count on every time. I think you know that it's hard to score points, but frankly, 9 times out of 10, the Patriots' biggest plays come from the run. Whether it's a QB run where he fakes off to the running back and rolls with it, that's where they see their biggest game. So I think they just kind of play it safe,
stick to what they know,
are ready for the big game.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to do a lot here if they want to put up some points before half. Urban will stick with that one, so they're going to try to play the aggressive approach. Hits Antrell Taylor at the 45-yard line, gets that one to the 37.
What a play-action pass there from TJ Urban.
So we were questioning if they'd stick to the run or air it out, and we got our answer. The first complete pass for TJ Urban is a big one. Second, he had that pass to Gage Stanger earlier. But a very big gain right there. Patriots now in awfully good field position. They've had good field position twice. One ended in a missed field goal, one in a made field goal.
That's one of the best parts about this Patriot offense is you may think that they're so run heavy, but they are still very versatile.
As Urban looks for another pass attempt, he'll roll out. Advances that one to Luke Irvine. That one's caught by Irvine. Nice block there. Gets sent down at the 7-yard line, but we got a flag thrown. That might be on the Storm right there.
What do you think the flag's on here, Joey?
You know, I honestly couldn't tell you.
Maybe holding? But I didn't see anyone downfield, so.
See how they call this one. Well, the referee's looking to spot that ball at about the 10-yard line. Oh, actually, it looks like he's getting ready to move that one back. So that flag, whatever it is, looks like it will be called on the Patriots, as that is a holding call. So after the big gain to Luke Irvine taking that ball at about the 5-yard line, they will move back to the 21.
Man, that's a killer there.
It was a great play from the Patriots. Irvine did a good job under pressure, roll around, found wide open Luke Irvine, able to advance that ball. However, couldn't get much out of it. And for the first time, we see Christian Nash in the backfield. Had a great first game for the Patriots. The season opener versus North. Irvine airs that one out to Gage Stanger.
What a great catch.
Yeah, fantastic catch right there. Got that one in midair. Moves that ball to about the 15.
Got to elevate to celebrate, Joey.
That's right. So it'll be a 2nd and 4 here.
It's about a minute left here in the first half.
Mm-hmm. Patriots with a huge opportunity to respond to that touchdown from the Storm. Handoff to Antrell Taylor. Gets a few. Looks like he was just short of that first down, so it'll be a 3rd and short for Millard South.
And we see an offensive timeout.
Smart call for the Patriots. So 49 seconds remaining. It'll be 2nd and 4. Actually, that's not true. It's not corrected. So the Patriots with a big opportunity. Ball at the 12-yard line. 3rd and 1. We will be right back for the 3rd down play. So Patriots lining up on a huge 3rd down play right here. They're trying to reclaim that lead with 49 seconds to go. Ball at the 12-yard line. Irvine will hand that one off to Christian Nash. Nash picks up the first down and more. Goes through 2 defenders. Looks like he'll be down. Looks like his knee went down. Tried to reach that ball over, but his knee was placed down at about the 1-yard line. So Christian Nash has just been dominant.
Yeah, different type of running back for this than what this Patriot offense is used to. We're used to those elusive, make a cut and go guy. He's there to run you over.
Look at his build. You're surprised he is a running back. Timeout called for the Patriots. So 37 seconds now to go. 1st and goal. Ball at the 2. We'll be right back. So big play here for the Patriots after a big Christian Nash run, first and goal, ball at the 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if they hand it off to Nash yet again. And looks like they will. He's looking for a hole. Did not have one.
They got the push. Nope.
And he just had nowhere to go. The defensive line all over him right there. So a huge play for them right there. So the Patriots will call what I believe is their final timeout. They might have one left after this. So 23 seconds now to go. Ball still at the 2-yard line.
And we'll be right back.
So after Christian Nash was shut down on that rushing attempt, ball remains at the 2-yard line. Second and goal for Millard South. 23 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And we'll see if they decide to go with Nash again. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the fake handoff to Nash and have TJ Urban run with it. I know that's been a big play call for them this season, and especially last year. It seemed like, that was every drive they were doing that 1-2 times.
And it looked like it might have been open last play as well.
O-line making a quick switch. Defense slow to adjust. Might have been a false start there for Millard South.
They saw Christian Nash get a little jumpy in the backfield right there.
So that's a costly penalty for Millard South. They had the ball at the 2-yard line. We'll go back to the 7.
Might need to think about airing it out here if they weren't already.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a quick slants play right here for Millard South. We saw them do that last game. They had a lot of good looks. However, they weren't able to convert. A lot of drop passes on there. So Urban working with it. He will go for the pass attempt. Lobs that one up to Gage Stanger.
Looks like he might have been held, but no flag on the play there.
Yep, no flag called, so we'll see a 3rd and goal here. And that throw looked like it might have just been a little bit behind him.
Yeah, I mean, you like the concept there, but maybe a slant works a little bit better in that situation, especially when it's one-on-one.
Yeah, and just having Stanger just run straight out.
Yeah.
I feel like they might have been able to do something better.
Especially when the corner's sitting 5-6 yards off of you. I mean, you make a quick slant there, probably a good chance Stanger breaks at least
Odds
half
are looking
tackle.
a lot better. So after a 1st and goal at the 2, it's 3rd and goal at the 7 now. 22 seconds to go. Patriots trying to reclaim that lead. They go to Stanger again, this time complete on the slant for a touchdown. So the Patriots, after having a rough second quarter, reclaim that lead for their first touchdown of the game.
Textbook right there. That's exactly what you needed there for the Patriots. Going into half.
And we were talking about it during the break earlier. TJ Urban has looked like a different man when he's throwing it. Last season, that was a struggle of his. His throwing, accuracy wasn't always on point. But he has really improved his game this season. So Cole Amel back for the PAT.
And his wide receivers are stepping up.
Everyone's contributing. So after a successful drive for the Patriots, capitalized by a touchdown pass from TJ Urban to Gage Stanger, the Patriots have reclaimed the lead 10-7. 20 seconds to go in half number 1. We will be right back. With 20 seconds to go, Cole Amel back for the kickoff. Sends that one back into the end zone. That'll be caught. They'll go for the return attempt. Defense right there to send him down at the 15-yard line.
Not much you can do from your own 15 with 15 seconds left to go here in the half.
Josh McCarroll and Michael Harding both making that tackle. They were right on him. And that was Blake Daly going back on the return attempt. So ball at the 15 seconds to go. They're likely going to call it a half. Aren't going to try anything too crazy. And so we do know the Patriots will start the second half with the ball. So frankly, while we thought that really long offensive drive from the Storm was going to hurt the Patriots, ended up helping them because they were able to get a quick 7 points on the board and not enough time for Elkhorn South to respond.
And momentum going into half. I mean, what more could you ask for?
So Will Stratus working with it.
They were lined up 4 wide.
Cole Ballard immediately taken down. That'll likely be the half. I doubt they'll go for a second play. So after one, halfway through this game, Millard South leads 10-7. Defensive battle here. Patriots will start the second half with the ball. They will look to increase their lead. We will be back for the start of the second half soon. And so ready to kick things off for half number 2. Patriots will be starting with the ball. So to recap the first half for you, it was kind of a slow start to the game. Millard South struck first with a field goal from Cole Lamel after he had missed one earlier. Elkhorn South retaliated after a very strong and long drive that got a touchdown with just over 2 minutes to go. Patriots put together a quick drive after a fantastic long pass for TJ Urban. Patriots were able to score right before the end of the half, just about 20 seconds left, and they hang on to that 10-7 lead as they start off with the ball. They're taking a second to get things going. Not totally sure what the situation is here.
Me neither, Joey.
Oh, looks like there was something technical. You see that lady at the 20-yard line? She's grabbing some cords right now.
I hope this second half could be just as exciting as the first one there, Joey, especially near the end of that one, huh?
Yep, we saw in that first half, it was a defensive strong half, which you didn't expect from two teams that had put up 30.
Yeah.
But it was very exciting as see the kick return there from Antrell Taylor brings that one to about the 26-yard line after he goes down. So a solid return there. Puts the Patriots at the 26 for first down.
And most of this game has been fought and won at the line of scrimmage. Especially when Elkhorn South has the ball.
Yep. This game is kind of the opposite of what I expected. I expected one for it to be a little more high scoring, but just based off of last year's stats, I assumed the Patriots would see their success from the run.
Yeah.
Very little passes. Elkhorn South would see success from the pass game, not the run. Elkhorn South has been almost completely on the run game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Done a great job for number 5, Cole Ballard, who came in after the injury, as Urban takes that one, however, only picks up about a yard there. But yeah, and for the Patriots, they've obviously, the run game's been a lot more, it's been their top priority. They've done that more. But their biggest plays have been from the pass game.
Yeah.
They've had some very big plays. TJ Urban's done a fantastic job.
And, I mean, we've seen that through both games so far, not just this game alone. I think there's been 2 almost 30-plus yard plays on passes alone this year.
And, I mean, last game he went 7 for 18, but you look at a lot of those incompletions. He was either heavily pressured or they were just drop passes from teammates. Did a great job. As it's 2nd and 8 here, ball at the 29-yard line. And he looks to air that one out yet again, sees a receiver. And that one is incomplete. Fantastic defense right there. However, there is a flag thrown, so that'll be a pass interference call. Jake Gassaway, the intended receiver.
And we saw last game, Jake Gassaway had a similar play like that, just right down the line, but able to catch the ball last time. But with the defensive pass interference.
Yep, Jake Gassaway had a 45-yard reception. It was his only reception of the game.
Yeah. And
they were looking to get another big gain with him. However, there's a pass interference call on number 1, Trevor Winterstein. So the Patriots will move up 15 yards, take that ball at the 46. And I'm interested to see throughout this year how often they go to that pass game, because it seems like they're starting to filter it in more and more because they've seen a lot of success from it. They have very talented receivers, a great D1 caliber quarterback. Their offense is really starting to get going. Had a slow start today, haven't had a lot of fantastic drives. They've gotten close to being able to score, just haven't converted very well. So the ref's quickly talking something over. Not sure if it's the placement of the ball.
And
it looks like it is.
Move.
He's grabbing that ball, moving that one back to the 39-yard line. So it looks like he had given the Patriots an extra 2 yards, so he corrects his mistake.
And 2 yards is 2 yards on a football field, you know what I'm saying? Especially down by that red zone.
Yep. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for Millard South. Urban looking to air it out yet again. Looks for Antrell Taylor.
Oh.
Taylor not able to make the catch. And that one, I feel like it was a quality pass from TJ Urban. His accuracy's been great. Taylor just not able to make that catch. Wasn't an easy catch to make. That's one, however, that catch should be made.
That needs to be made.
Yep.
I mean, it was a beautiful throw. Just a strike right across the middle of the field. Had a guy open, just a little buttery there right there.
In a close game like this, those open looks downfield, those are the ones you need to be taking advantage of. So it'll move to 2nd and 10 now for Millard South. Ball at the 44. And Irvine will stick with that one. However, a fumble picked up by Elkhorn South. What a great job right there. We saw TJ Irvine waited for the last second to hold on to that. He had a good hole. He took it. Just could not hang on to that. Fantastic strip from Elkhorn South. So they will have the ball at the 45 as their offense comes out.
Reminds me a lot of what Elkhorn South did in their first drive of last half. As you remember, they pushed the ball. They got around to that 45-yard line just like the Patriots just did right there and just coughed the ball up.
Yeah, they made their way up the field, put together a solid drive, looked very promising. Just couldn't convert with a turnover. That's what we see right here. So Elkhorn South now starting off with the ball at the Patriots 46. This is the opportunity they're looking for to try and reclaim that lead, switch this momentum, because the Patriots have been rolling as of recently. Start that one off with a handoff. Takes that one for about 4 yards. And that is number 9, Ben Warren, who we saw get hurt on the first drive of the game. Nice to see him back and healthy.
Yeah.
So he was sidelined for the rest of the first half.
Possibly we could see more of a split rotation here in the second half, especially with the way Cole Ballard ran the ball in that first half.
Yeah, with the success from Ballard, you can assume that he'll still continue to play a big role throughout the rest of this game. They'll pitch that one back to Winterstein. Winterstein takes that one for a few, gets tackled at about the 38. Slowly gaining yardage. That's kind of what we saw in the first half.
Yeah.
There were not a lot of huge plays from the team. They were just constantly moving. So a 3rd and 3 here, ball at the 39. And this is a huge third down right here. They're looking to keep that drive going because this is not, obviously this is not field goal territory.
Right.
You got to wonder if this is 4 down territory right here.
I mean, maybe try and flip the situation, the yardage, Field position. There it is, Joey. I'm struggling to get that one out.
All good. Hands that one off. Looks like he was able to pick up the first down. May have been stopped just short. See where they placed that. They will call it a first down. Nice job there by Ben Warren. Ever since he's come back, already seen 2 rushes. Playing that big role they expected from him. So just consistently moving that ball now at the 35-yard line. Looking to continue the successful drive from Elkhorn South. You don't see the Patriots make a lot of mistakes often. Last season, in the whole year, they only had 3 fumbles. We saw the first of the season here from TJ Irvine. So Elkhorn South, these opportunities don't come often. It's important that they take advantage. Hands that one off to Warren. However, not much there. Picks up a gain of maybe 2.
Elkhorn South getting right back to where they left off. Wide receiver pitches and just runs on the C gap to both sides.
And it's almost a weird situation for the Patriot defense. Because like I mentioned, they haven't given up any big plays.
Right.
It's not even like they're giving up 10, 9-yard rushes often. They're giving up 2, 3 yards, but it's just adding up. They're just consistently getting those 3, 4, 5-yard adds.
And that wears the defense out. Which we saw at the end of the first half.
Yep, as he sticks with it. Heavy defensive pressure. Airs that one out to the end zone. That one will drop incomplete, though. Looks
like he might have got brought down early, able to escape the pressure and throw a pretty good throw on the run there. Yeah, it really did look like the threat, or the sack, was a very large threat there for Will Scratus. However, evaded the defenders well. Like you said, got off a pretty good pass. However, not enough juice on it. So it'll be a 3rd and 9 here. There's a flag behind the Patriots right there. Maybe illegal man downfield or holding. Looks like it, as players are already starting to move back. A little bit more confusion here. We'll see what the ref's saying. I believe that's a legal man downfield. Yeah. Like you had said. So that ball moving back. However, it looks like that one's declined. Patriots like the position they're in with the 3rd and 9. So ball at the 34-yard line, 8:30 to go in quarter number 3. Patriots still leading 10-7. I think that's a good call by the Patriots. As we've said earlier, they haven't really had many 7-8 yard plus plays. It's been those 3 to 5 to 6 yard plays. Yep, they haven't really seen success airing it out, which is likely what they'll have to do right in here. We got a false start call here. So already a rough position for the Patriots, for the Storm. Just got a little bit worse. It'll be 3rd and 14 now
for Elkhorn South. So they're really going to have to be airing this one out. And Stratus has had 2 completions, one for 5 yards, one for 11. The 11-yard gain was just a dump pass.
Yeah. I think they both were dump passes.
I think they were.
Mistaken.
So we haven't seen him really air it out. The times he has, they've been incomplete.
And when he's dropping back to pass, the pressure's on.
Mm-hmm. That's the reason we haven't seen a lot of pass attempts, because that D-line, they work quick. So 3rd and 14. Going to need a successful play here for Elkhorn South. Rolling around, makes the short throw. That one is incomplete, so it'll be a 4th and 14 now. Patriots did a fantastic job. They struggled early in that drive. Elkhorn South started to get some stuff going, but it will end with the punting squad coming out.
It could be a great opportunity to flip the field position here.
Mm-hmm. And so the Patriots had a rough stretch. They had that fumble from TJ Urban after starting off a promising drive, but no damage done as the defense stepped up when they needed to. You got to wonder if their offense will pick up right where it left off, because they did a great job. Both the passing and running game have been working very well for the Patriots as of recently.
If you notice, that's Gage Stanger back to receive the punt, which we have not seen yet this year.
However, will not be a return. But great field position here as they down that ball at the 1-yard line. Couldn't get better for Elkhorn South.
That was a beautiful punt.
Yeah, fantastic work. Not much Gage Stanger could do. He decided to let that ball go, and at that point it was all too late. Couldn't have gotten a better bounce, so the Patriots will start at the 1-yard line. TJ Urban and this offense are really going to have to get going. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Christian Nash come out on the first play. Because now you're just trying to get a few yards, avoid the risk of a safety.
Yep, you can't lose yards here.
And if you want a gain or 2 or 3 for this Millard South offense, Christian Nash is the guy to go to.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've seen time and time again, it's very hard to bring him down on first contact.
Yep. You got a lot of talented backs. We know Taquan Johnson is the lead man for the Patriots, done a fantastic job. But when you're looking for a few yards, he's the guy to go to. However, don't see him in the backfield. That's Tay Johnson ready. So Christian Nash not on the field.
We have not seen much from him tonight.
That's right. He's had a lot slower of a game. We saw last game he was one of the lead contributors to the Patriot offense. Urban looking to air that one out. Throws one up to Michael Harding. That one is incomplete.
Great defense all over him there.
Yeah, did not give him a room of space.
It was a great throw as well. I mean, it was right on the money, right where he needed it to be.
Yep, number 31, Dominic Hooker, did a fantastic job on defense there.
It looks like he's even almost a foot shorter than Michael Harding there, too.
Yep. Hooker listed at 5'8". Did a great job there. So 2nd and 10, ball still at the 1-yard line. 8 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. Airing that one out again. That pass too much on it. That'll fall incomplete. Urban got hit down right after making that throw. Defense was all over him. So I think that was the first poor accuracy pass from TJ Urban. But I mentioned, he was getting hit as he did it.
Yeah,
there was nothing he could do.
Yeah.
I think that's just a testament to how impressive he's been. The fact that his one bad throw was just barely overthrown while he was being knocked down. So the Patriots now 3rd and 10, ball at the 1. They got to get something going.
Yeah, you can't be punting the ball from the 1-yard line.
Yep, you're going to put. Yeah. I mean, 1, you're going to put Elkhorn South in great field position. 2, a block punt is never likely, but this is as likely as it gets with the ball at the 1-yard line.
Because there's no room for the punter to step back.
Urban airing it out yet again. That pass might have been picked off. They will call it incomplete, however, as it does get past the defender. So 4th down, 3 and out at the 1-yard line. So about as bad as it gets for Millard South.
They look flustered there down on that 1-yard line. Not even the offensive line much help there.
Yeah, what a fantastic job by the Elkhorn South defense.
Cole Lamel got to watch his heels down there.
Defensive line for Millard South really needed right now. As Lamel gets a running start right there. Smart call. Airs that one out. Caught it about the 43-yard line. Dodges the tackle. Works that one to about the 35 before being sent out. It's a great job. He had to deal with Zane Stanger there who was running at him, but evaded that tackle. Got some yards on the play. So fantastic field positioning here for Elkhorn South. They've struggled on offense as of recently, but here they are with a great chance at putting some points on the board. Looking to tie this game up, if not take the lead.
It's about as good as a punt as you could get there.
Yep, Cole Lamb will put in a very rough position. Punting that one back in the end zone. Getting that ball out to the 45. So after that return, Will Scratus and the Storm offense will start at the 39. Hands that one off. A solid gain here. Maybe about 4 yards for Ben Warren. And so we had said right when the half started, we expect to see Warren and Cole Ballard kind of share snaps now after Ballard had a fantastic start. But I haven't seen Ballard yet. He has not been on the field since.
I did see him on the punt that landed on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, I guess I should have been more specific. Did not see him on the offensive side in the backfield. So after that gain, it'll be 2nd and 7.
Hopefully he gets another chance to prove himself here.
Mm-hmm. Another flag on the play.
False start again.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Excuse me. Timeout there from Elkhorn South. So 7:11 to go in quarter number 3. Millard South leading 10-7, but Elkhorn South in great position. We will be right back after the quick break. Takes that one. The handoff there to Warren. Nice job right there, finding the field. Picks up the first down.
Called off.
I want to quickly apologize because right now the video is down. We are frozen. So we'll try and be descriptive as possible. We got 7 minutes remaining as they pick up the first down.